I hope we're live. All right. I hope YouTube is doing what it's supposed to do. And I'm hoping my beautiful wife is going to come in at the last minute. All right. Good deal. Never fear, Stacey's here.
I made it.
I didn't think she was going to. She's been busy as a bee in a tar bucket today.
Hey, guys.
So, the title of the live stream was Why Silver, Why Now? How much should we have?
Oh, I got asked that question like 25 times today.
Yeah, and that's a personal question. We'll talk about that. But I just want to thank you guys for being here. It's always good to see you in the comments. And I'm going to spend a little time at the end of this video talking to you guys and reading your comments. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. People are having trouble getting on, and it's got glitches. And by the way, I've been trying to get on Twitter, it seems like there's more free speech over there. And that's also where the masses are. Okay, guys, it's not like, it could be a Trojan horse, Twitter and Elon Musk and all this stuff. I'm very unsure about that. But the moral of the story is we're trying to gather like-minded people and eventually pull them to another platform.
Well, I think that it's just another place to go that hopefully we can speak without being censored. We've already got one strike on YouTube. And so we're having to be so careful on YouTube. And so far, YouTube is Twitter's letting us say things that we can't say in other places. So we're just going to give it a shot, and see what happens. But here's what's interesting. So Chris had to create a new Twitter channel because his old one he got locked out of. And when I went, me personally, to say, hey, I want to follow it, it said I'm following too many people, and it would not let me follow him. I'm curious if any of you guys have had that experience. So I can't even follow his own Twitter. I just have to go search it every day and read the comments.
And it makes you wonder, all this internet stuff is it's gonna ball up one day. I mean, it's probably gonna have some outages one day, I would think. And all of our banking, all of our everything is wrapped up with internet.
Yep.
All of it.
Yep.
And that's probably the number one reason to own silver, to be honest with you, because it's done good in that kind of environment through history. That's the reason I started holding it, because you never know what's going to happen. And if you can kind of be your own bank by holding a currency or a money that there's only so much of, it gives you some safety, And I'm going to talk about.
So I ask people this when they call me. I'm like,
we got to give the silver away too in just a second.
Oh, and I'm so excited. I know. You have yours? I
got mine. Yeah.
All right. So, and we're going to give some more away tonight, right?
Yes. Well, we're going to give the Twitter away.
But we got winners to announce tonight.
Yeah.
So I ask people this all the time when they call me, because this is Chris and I's personal belief of precious metals. That's why we got involved in this. Well, we've been involved in the space way before we became a broker. His parents are involved in the space. His grandparents have been involved in the space. My dad was involved in the space. I'm going to tell you a funny story, actually, real quick. Do you mind real quick?
No, go for it.
So my parents did not, years ago, they did not check the right medical box for maternity. And they went to the hospital and they had me. I was born on their insurance. Yeah, thank you. Sorry. On their insurance. And so they went to take me out of the hospital and they're like, sorry, your insurance does not cover her leaving the hospital. You can't take her out of the hospital. And my dad, thankfully, had stashed away some silver, and he had to go sell that silver to pay the bill to get me out of the hospital. So it's a joke every birthday now that I turn around and I try to give him some silver back.
His silver back.
He wants his silver back to pay for me getting out of the hospital. He did.
And that's a good case and point, it's hard times. Hey, I can go to my silver and sell it for whatever currency's around. I get that question a lot. Well, what are we going to sell the silver for? How am I going to buy eggs with it? Well, you're probably not going to buy eggs with it. You can bring it to me and I'll sell you eggs for it. But more than likely, you're going to trade your silver for whatever currency's out there. And you can choose, hey, I want this one, that one, or whatever. You can trade it for Bitcoin if you wanted to. It gives you some.
Said your dad loved you. Yes, he did. He still reminds me every birthday that I owe him silver. So every birthday I try to give him silver.
Okay. So for people that got into the Twitter giveaway, the 2 buffaloes.
Yes.
Spent a lot of time putting everybody's name in a little Wheel of Fortune wheel. And now I can't share my screen with you and show you. So I'm going to take the camera down and show you what's up right now. So check this out.
Oh, this should be interesting.
Yeah, I hope it's not a train wreck.
Mine's not like this. I just went through and counted. All right, guys, hold on.
Okay. It's the comment generator wheel of fortune.
Picker. Oh.
Who's it going to be? Drum roll.
Da, 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 da.
Kelly Green ORG.
All right.
Kelly Green ORG.
Take a screenshot of that.
Oh, I can remember that.
Okay.
I hope.
Awesome. Well, if you will email me at staylor@milesfranklin.com, then I will get your.
No, my camera's off. See, I knew something was going to happen.
That's okay. Then I will get your. Hopefully, the audio is still on.
Yeah, it is.
Then I will get your email address and your mailing address, and I will mail you. Yeah, they say congratulations, Kelly. Do you have mine? That paper I sent you, that gave you? It was Susan.
No.
We've been going nonstop today. Let me go get that paper.
Go get the paper.
All right, be right back.
Susan won. Susan who? All right, so we gave the silver away. We're going to talk about some more silver and the reasons you should own it. There's a bunch of reasons you should own it. Like it'll kill a werewolf. It'll make you rich. Nobody knows if that's true or not.
Okay.
I'm talking about the werewolf thing.
So from the video this morning that we said, hey, you guys, this is what's going on with the latest stats. And by the way, thanks for all the feedback that you guys like the weekly updates. So we're going to try to do that from here on out. But Susan Kelly, that is your name on the YouTube channel. That was actually the name.
One buffalo.
It's 1 ounce, 1 ounce buffalo.
And
so if you'll email me at staylor@milesfranklin.com, your mailing address, I will drop that in the mail. And by the way, the 2 winners that won from the other day, they're going to be in the mail tomorrow. So that's exciting. I love it.
Yep, I do too. So all you have to do is send her your information. We'll send it to you.
Yep.
There is no strings attached,
Nope.
nothing. You know, I appreciate it when you hit that like button. They're free. It helps me. And subscribing if you like this kind of content. We try to bring value in everyone. But the thought process through how much silver should you own? You know, everybody's got to think about that. And a lot of people have goals like I want to own 1,000 ounces, or I want to own 2,000, or I just want to own 10. That's a good. Everybody's got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And if you have credit card debt, you might not should own any. I'm sorry that I run into this situation a lot. People come up to me and say, "Hey, how much silver should I get?" I say, "Well, how much credit card debt you got?" You know, it's real simple. Get out of debt first. It's to hedge your wealth. And if you've got a bunch of credit card debt, you don't really have any wealth. So I'm not trying to harp on you. I'm just trying to be real with you because it wouldn't be right to be any other way. So that's to each their own when it comes to how much. The wealthy usually have 10 to 50%. I talked to a guy today, super smart, intelligent guy. He had 30% in precious metals. You know, that gauges how you're feeling about the economy.
That's
if you think everything's hunky dory, maybe 10's okay. Because I'll always have 10. I'll always have 10. Hope I never use it. It's insurance. It's there for if something happens, if they do a bank bail-in, or when they blow the currency up or whatever. Because you can't trust fiat currencies. Period. They all go to zero. So it's just insurance. And anything above that is just how you're feeling about the economy. Do you think a bank bail-in's likely? Do you have that could be your savings? Because
can I interrupt you for 1 second? Sorry, because I got a couple bank stories lately. Because as you know, I talk to you guys a lot. So I actually had somebody the other day call me, and they were trying to actually send a wire transfer to a precious metal company. It wasn't mine, but it was another very reputable company, and the bank denied them. The bank said, nope, won't do it.
They wouldn't do it for precious metals.
They would not send.
Bankers hate precious metals. And then it's theirs.
And then I had another company, buyer just called me the other day, another person, and they said that they would only allow them. So you know how you guys have your savings and you have a checking, you transfer it back and forth, and we do this sometimes also. They have now said they can only do $1,000 a day. That's it, $1,000 that you can transfer. We got slag. I just stopped.
No, I was reading some of these comments. They're awesome. Years ago, forks and spoons were made of silver, and there's some evidence that you get a little bit of that silver every time you eat off of them. I'd like some silverware, some for real
Okay.
silverware. That's really
I'll
cool.
go to a steak sale.
There's one other one was 30% silver for me, Richard Love, 50% farmland, 20% crypto. I like it. A lot of people hate crypto, but I like the farmland idea, the silver idea, and cryptos. The sky's the limit with all that stuff. I mean, that makes sense to me. So, everybody's a little different. But here's what I don't understand. Here's the number one thing I will not understand is I'll never own crypto. I'll never have it. Period. None. I don't want anything to do with it. And that's fine, but I don't really understand it. I'm talking about just a little speck, because there's some people in the crypto realm that will never have gold and silver. They will never ever have it. And it's like, why wouldn't you just play a little bit of the field, Does that make sense?
So this guy here is, you guys, he's one of the most amazing guys ever. He sees the big picture on everything. Yeah, he did. Yes, and by the way, before I forget real quick, you guys asked if there's a minimum requirement for purchases. No, I don't require a minimum requirement. I won't, my goal is to help you if you want gold and silver or precious metals to get in your hand. But no.
Never sell you pre-33 stuff. High pressure sales. It's really getting old. I'm going to make a whole video about it. I'm getting mad about it. So.
Well, we'll go on that for a minute. So, but no, there's no minimum requirement. But back to what you just said right there. Chris is one of the most amazing people I've ever met when it comes to stuff like this.
In case you didn't hear it the first time.
Hey, I get $20 after this. I get to go spend what I want. Buy me a new pair of shoes. But he has taught me to think outside the box. I'm still not on board with the crypto thing. You guys know I have my own. But he has taught me, and I have learned. Even when we play chess. Chris and I love to play chess. And I've even learned with him. He thinks outside the box, where I tend to lose all the time, which, by the way, I won for the first time the other day in like months.
She did. I didn't let her win either.
But he wins all the time because he thinks outside the box. He sees the bigger picture, and he does with crypto, and he does with other items. And I've had to learn to say, all right, I don't get it, but let me see the details, instead of just immediately saying no. So I got to give you credit for that. And I have to eat crow for that.
You got to keep an open mind.
Because I didn't at first.
But if you get too open-minded, your brains will fall out. So, there's a friend of mine saw that on a church sign one time. I thought it just stuck with me. But try to be open-minded about silver, about gold, about, everything, really. Give it a chance. Try to work through it. Think through it backwards, what's the benefit of owning silver? There's a lot of it. Why would we own silver? Because there's only so much. There's only so much. And it's in the ground.
All right, well,
and I believe God put it in the ground for us to try to get to, because most of the easy silver has been gotten to already, and it's harder to get to. So it's hard to get to, and that makes it valuable. It goes in electronics. I got a whole list of stuff that goes in over here. And you guys, I'm probably preaching to the choir as usual.
So you tell me why you think you should own precious metals, and I'll tell you why I would. That's a good question, because we get asked this all the time.
Okay. Just in industrial applications alone, electronics, solar panels, medical equipment, everything, 15 to 50 grams on average goes in an electric car. They won't really tell us how much. That might be, they don't want us to know how much, I don't think.
No, I bet they don't.
Solar panels,
it goes through the roof.
We're constantly using it. I, for one, think they'll be mining in the scrap yards one day, because I'm telling you, the more I learn about mines, some of these mines are really deep. They're really hard to get to.
Yep.
And last year, the whole silver market was 22 billion. That's it. Billion with a B. Yep. I mean, it's tiny. I mean, it's a tiny area. It's not like the FANG stocks where it's humongous. Mm-hmm. And when people their money starts eroding out from under them, and I use the analogy the other day about sitting on an ice cube and it melting out from under you. So if you're sitting on a big chunk of cash that you've saved your whole life for, you've done the right things. You did really good in your 401k, because a lot of baby boomers have seen nothing but prosperity. Nothing. For the last 60 years, the headline should be America leads the world in prosperity, because that's the way it's been. But that will end. Nothing is the same forever. Everything comes down. Nothing goes up in a straight line. It always comes back. There's never been a global reserve currency for forever. It always changes. And we're starting to see those changes. And it's obvious to me because silver hasn't gone down. Since we've been talking about it, it's stayed the same and gone up while everything else is going down. And I've had to eat so much crap in the comments and other YouTube channels talking about how silver's, nothing and you're just swindling people. It's like, guys, legit, I want you to go two places first before you contact Stacey. She's a broker for Miles Franklin. Yes, that's fine. But the important thing is you get it in your hands. Go somewhere else. I don't care. That's the way we believe.
Well, that's not the reason we have this channel, just so you know. It's just
No,
something we believe in. And let's stop right here. I want you to keep going because I love what you're talking about. Let's talk about how you want to give away, because you're going to give away some more tonight. Let's do that right now.
I was going to do it in the video.
How would you like for them? Oh, you were going to give away some more.
I can do that for the people in the live stream. I like giving away silver. There's nothing more fun to give away than silver.
It's fun.
It's fun, and it's almost selfish.
It's fun too when you guys call me and you tell me that you've held it for the first time in your hands, or you send me photos.
I like it,
and I get really excited.
Okay, guys,
how should we do it tonight?
Okay, I don't know how to do it on
a live stream.
Yeah, I spent like an hour today doing that little wheel thing.
How about you go to the comments? Let's not go to the live stream. Let's go to the comments. So get out of the live stream and go to the comments.
The video comments.
The video comments, yeah.
Let's do that.
And we'll do what? Hashtag what? Can I do one?
Yeah, you do it.
Silver for baby.
Silver for baby.
Yeah, I was a silver for baby. They had to pay silver to get me out. If you watch this video any at all, my dad had to pay silver to get this baby out of the hospital. So there you go. You got to push silver for baby. I know that sounds funny. You're laughing.
No,
that's kind of
hashtag silver for baby. M&J's the first one that did it.
Yeah, they did. My dad had
put it all in here and put it in the video too. Put it both places if you know how to do that. If you don't, I'll figure it out.
We'll pick
it looks like we're going to have to do it from here. Okay, if I can find these comments. Look, I got to do you right. To be sure, you're in the drawing. Go to the video. This is the live chat is one thing, but the actual video is another. And that'd be a good way. And while you're going over there, hit that like button when you're outside of the video. That would help me out a lot. Wow, look at all of them. This is amazing.
I like that. Silver for baby. I like that.
For baby.
I did. Yeah.
Right, cool.
When you have to pay silver to get your baby out of the hospital, that'll leave an impression on you.
Another reason silver is more abundant than gold. It makes it a smaller transaction. Gold is really hard to come by, and it's more transactable. It's an easier. It's instead of an ounce of gold being $1,900 or whatever it is,
right?
It's a $20, $25. So that's another reason. And the main reason above all the ones we've mentioned so far, legit, is the ratio. The ratio is like 83.5.
Yeah.
83.5 to 1. It takes 83.5 ounces of silver to get 1 ounce of gold.
Yep.
That will narrow. And when it starts to narrow, people will start moving to gold. It gets more. I'm going to move more. I'm going to be one of those people. I think, and I do, nothing's for sure. I think it's going to get closer than it's ever got, because when people get behind this silver and they figure it out, we're just early. I'm okay. I've been early for a long time. I think it's going to overshoot. People, they have this knee-jerk reaction, just like they did in crypto, where, these coins that were nothing were going to the moon. I think it's going to get closer maybe than ever. It might even get 1-to-1. Who knows? I mean, we live in the Thunderdome. Anything goes. You know what I mean?
So can I interrupt right there?
Yeah.
So I've noticed an uptick in silver or gold purchases. So for a while, it was mainly silver. Silver's going to run. Silver's going to run.
Hoosier, hashtag silver for baby, all one word. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, if not, we'll figure it out. I mean, we'll look at it.
No, you got to do that, because when I put it in my
the
wheel thing, because that's how I'm going to search it.
Okay.
I'm gonna load the video in this thing that I worked on all day, and it's going to take all the comments that said silver for baby. It's going to put them in there. And I can even do delete duplicates. So you guys that are doubling, tripling up, I can get them out.
It's an app that he's found that he can do it. Yeah, that does that.
Try to load 200-300 comments.
I know.
It's old.
I know. Well, anyway, but I have noticed an uptick in gold. I was telling Chris about the last 4 or 6 months. Used to, it was just I'd say the first of the last year, it was silver. And then I have noticed a really big uptick in gold purchases. And a lot of people, they don't even care like the name brand. Some people do. There's a few that are like, nope, I just still want the name brand. But people are like, hey, just give me best bang for the buck. I just want gold right now. My best bang for the buck, and I can call and tell you. But it's about what is it, $75, I believe, over spot. But seems to be the thing. People are picking up more on gold in the last. Matter of fact, I just had someone call the other day, and it was a strictly gold order.
Well, gold's going to be the first mover. Should be, and then what I think when gold shoots up, and maybe silver's left behind, that's when silver takes off. I don't know. I'm straight up guessing, guys.
We're speculating.
My timing is awful. Sorry. I'm usually pretty good on my investments, but my timing is really, really bad. Okay, so you guys got any questions for us? I want to spend a little bit of time at the end of the video visiting with you. Got a lot of hashtag silver for baby.
I love it. I'll tell my dad.
Unlike paper money, silver retains its value even during times of economic turmoil and currency devaluation. This is common knowledge. This isn't something I dreamed up. This is common knowledge. You got a question yet?
Somebody says, talk about swapping out silver for gold when the gold just jumped right there. So talk about swapping out silver for gold. Chris and I have talked about that. When silver reaches a certain ratio, would we swap it out for gold, or even
absolutely.
If at that point, and maybe even possibly other hard assets? But absolutely, we have discussed that.
And you can send it to us, and we'll swap it.
Yeah, you can swap it.
Yeah, there's people that do that all the time.
Yep. Yeah.
You can go to your coin shop.
Yeah.
Hopefully, take 15 silver ounces and trade it for 1 ounce of gold.
Yep.
I mean, legit.
Yeah.
And there's no that I know of. There's no taxes. There's not here in Louisiana.
Well,
you're just trading metal for metal.
But check on that to make sure, because sometimes there's a price limit. So just
metal for metal.
Yep.
How are they going to know?
Because sometimes it's recorded. So just make sure. As far as I know, we don't record it right now, but just check with whatever you're buying, because I was told there's a place in California that does record it and does different things. So I'm just whoever you purchase from, just.
Would ask. You buy 1 ounce of gold now or 83 ounces of silver now? That's from Stephen. I'm buying silver. That's what I'm doing. No, don't do anything I do, but it just makes sense. You know, it's way undervalued. I legit think silver is the most undervalued asset on the planet. Maybe besides land and food. That's another thing. If you don't have food, it's easy to get all hyped up on silver because it is undervalued, but it could stay that way. If food prices go to the moon and food's hard to come by, you know, silver could get even worse. I mean, it could go half from here. We don't know. You know, that's why it's so important to have food. I mean, you know, food was the only thing that rivaled gold in the Venezuela.
It's more than that.
It's the only way. What?
Many other places it did, but go ahead.
Yeah, but you know, eggs did like a 18,000 eggs, and gold did like a 20,000 eggs. It was you know real close. So, you know, have food, have your preps. When you get all your preps and you get out of debt, then start, you know, buying up silver and gold.
I mean, if you read that book about the North Korea girl, she literally crossed the river to just get an egg.
What was the name of that? You remember?
No, I'd have to look at it. It was recently.
She escaped to China as a sex slave because she heard the dogs
got eggs
in China got rice
and eggs.
Yes,
she did. She asked for eggs. That was one
of
the
first
first
the dogs didn't get eggs.
No, they got rice. You're right.
Yeah.
But that's one of the first things she asked for when she got to China to be a sex slave was an egg. And we take things
she walked into sex slavery for this. It's an amazing story. It's crazy. I can't imagine. Us Americans are so spoiled. It's unreal. Okay.
The next thing.
We've been watching you over a year, telling people that now is the time to buy silver, but the numbers don't align with your advice. All right, Max, how's that the case?
I've been watching you for over a year, telling people us to buy silver, but the numbers don't align with your advice. Okay, so I don't.
All right, so that's.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I don't understand your question, because we're always saying if you've got food, if you're prepared in such other areas, this is one more basket that we put our stuff in. So you have to allocate based on your net worth. You have to say, what is my net worth? And I allocate, and precious metals is one of our baskets.
What? Okay. Well, answer this. When you think about things like this, where do you put your question? Do not prefer 90% coins or silver ounce. Okay. Where do you put your wealth? That's the question. Where do you put it? I'm serious. Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
If you had, let's just say you had $1 million and it was in a nice stack and you're sitting on it and you're noticing that the dollar doesn't go as far.
Right.
It doesn't, it's not that the price of gold is going up. It's the price of the value of the currency is going down.
And inflation.
It's very important to understand that. And I don't think you get that. If you're talking about numbers and silver, then you obviously don't, because that's the fight you need to make in your own head. I now's the time to buy. I don't think I've ever said that. And I told you I'm awful with timing. I just told you it was probably going to go half off.
We did. We bought and it went down Friday.
So you've been watching me for a year and that's what you come up with?
So here's the thing is, though, you have to look at your net worth. And that's what Chris and I do. We look at our net worth and we try to allocate. We never try to put all our eggs in one basket. And we always try to say, hedge our wealth against this, this, and this. We have several different baskets. We're not financial advisors. This is just what we do. And that's what we've learned after watching some of the wealthy people. Thanks to Chris and tons of his research that he's done. He's come back. He's like, babe, look at what they're doing. And so we've just tried to monitor or kind of mimic that or whatever. But M&J had something about 90% silver versus, what did she have? Do you prefer 90% silver or silver rounds? Okay, that's a good question.
That's a good one. 90% silver is some of the most. That's the most silver I bought when I first started getting in it because of the bartering power.
Okay, but it's higher premium. So you have to ask yourself, why are you buying silver? If you don't own any silver at all, if you're just getting into it, I might say just get a couple rounds because it's cheapest bang for the buck and you can actually get your hands on some silver. If you already own silver and you're like, hey, I'm looking at it for bartering purposes, then absolutely 90% silver. So Chris and I actually bought the Valcanby bar that breaks off into 100 grams pieces. It's way overpriced, premium. And I know I sell this stuff, but I'm telling you, get the junk silver.
People want it.
If you want to buy it, go for it because it's nice, it's pretty, it looks good. I should actually brought it out here and showed it to everybody. Yeah, but it's overpriced on premium. So if you're going to look at for bartering purpose, then I would say buy the 90% silver. But if you go ahead.
Well, anybody that doesn't know what 90% silver is pre-65 dimes and quarters
and half dollars.
Yep. And they're made of 90% silver.
Right.
A lot of people refer to them as junk silver, constitutional silver, whatever. But that is really the truest form of bartering.
It is.
That technically cannot be confiscated. I used to kind of be on that bandwagon when I first started. Now, not so much. But that's what I first got into, and I liked it. And all I've done is see the price go up. Not the silver price so much as the premiums, because people really they're starting to wake up. They're starting, oh, wow, you can barter with this stuff. Okay. And you get it and you got it. Once you got it, you just kind of sits there. You got it. You could go sell it today. It's not like something you spend money on, then it's gone. It's a lot. I know a lot of men or women buy it when their husbands aren't on board. And it's like, we've got enough of that. Like they don't really understand it's money.
I got to say hello to SGTMAG Madge. You just ordered today, and I appreciate it. It's great to hear from you. You told me your thing, so I was able to know who you were jumping on here right now. I talked to a lot of you guys today, but no, you're right about the junk and the silver. So if you don't own any silver, I would say rounds first, but bartering, absolutely junk. Yeah.
Hey, Stacey absolutely loves talking to you guys. She loves it. It's the best. I come inside and she's just smiling.
I love everybody's stories.
You got great stories, and it's really cool to be able to chat with subscribers and knowing like-minded people. People in the comments truly are like-minded. I mean, it is it's incredible. And when I run into them at these events, so cool. Chris,
I'm going to the next one.
Clayton, Jesse, he's supposed to be in here somewhere. I got to meet these guys and hang out with them a little bit. It was really fun. She's going to be at the next one. She's going to start going with me. We've got some people taking care of our place now when we leave. So that's really cool. And colloidal silver. I need to get into that. Talk about colloidal silver. I don't know.
How much for a monster box of Silver Eagle? Yeah, I just sold a monster box today. $15,730. There you go.
$15,730
for how much for a monster box of Silver Eagles? That's shipping and everything. I just sold one today.
$15,730.
Yep, there you go.
I ought to write that on the wall, and we'll do it in a year.
Yeah, and somebody actually they called me because another company had quoted them 17,000. So I was actually able to beat them. So I was very happy to actually do that and get it to them. It's free shipping. And
Hey.
so it worked out perfect. Yeah. So
Huh?
let's see. What do we got? How much for a monster box? Google coins. I don't know. I'm trying to see. You have to help me with the questions, baby.
All right, guys. We've been on here long enough. Thank you so much for being here. I don't want to make this too long because I'd like to do another one maybe tomorrow or the next day. So if you like this kind of content, please subscribe, hit the like button, and congratulations on winning the silver. It's really cool. Thanks for coming on with me, Stacey.
Yeah, we have 3 away tonight, and then we're going to give 2 away. You're going to pick tonight 2 more. Yes, it's exciting.
Awesome. So guys, have an awesome day. Later.